Diamond here along with JL bringing you the season premiere of Chuck and Jimmy's Outlaw Mudshow.
Oh, just what I wanted to see, 2 more Gavin. Like we need that, Chuck.
Yes, indeed. Gavin Alexander making his entrance here for this one-on-one match, and it's going to be quite a barn burner, JL.
You say that like it's actually going to happen.
Well, JL, this is going to be a barn burner. This is going to be a one-on-one hardcore matchup.
Okay, let me level with you here, Chuck. You don't have to lie to the audience. They already know it's going to be crap.
Well, JL, this audience, they're looking forward to this hardcore match. And Gavin Alexander, his opponent, it's going to be none other than the one and the only Dickie Williams.
That's it? Dickie Williams. Seriously.
Well, yes, indeed, JL.
Well, you're putting him over like we were going to see something great. Dickie Williams is an idiot. That's the human thumb.
Well, JL, he's been on this program before.
That's how I know he's an idiot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dickie Williams appreciates you saying that, JL.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I know, it doesn't matter. Why, JL?
Because he's in prison, that's why.
Yet another inaccurate statement from JL.
Terrible wrestling. Happens to you every time. Kids, don't try this at home because you'll end up like Dickie Williams. And the world doesn't need more Dickie Williams.
As right now, Dickie Williams making his... And he stumbles, he trips on the way inside the ring, JL.
That's the best thing I've seen so far.
Yes, indeed, Dickie Williams ready for this hardcore matchup with Gavin Alexander, a man we haven't seen in some time on the show. Dickie Williams going to work on Gavin Alexander, that Singapore Cane.
You know what the sad part about this is, Chuck?
Oh, what is that?
Dickie Williams looks like the more serious wrestler. That's a problem.
Well, why would you say that, JL?
Look at it.
Well, as right now, Gavin Alexander, and he's on the receiving end of a knee right in the chest in the corner of Gavin Alexander. Did you see that one, JL?
No, and quite frankly, I don't wanna.
As right now, Dickie Williams has that Singapore Cane. And Gavin Williams with the very legal...
Gavin Williams? Who the hell's Gavin Williams, Chuck?
Alexander, you got me frustrated. JL! JR!
I don't even remember who I am!
JR!
You need to take your medication because you're forgetting things.
Has Gavin Alexander going to work on Dickie Williams?
I'm surprised they let you out of the nursing home long enough to come do this show. You and Gerald too, Sean. I hear you both have the same room together. You guys are roommates. In the nursing home.
Well, we won't
Grand Oaks for the retired wrestling fanatic.
That has nothing to do with professional wrestling.
No, but that's where you live, and I'm surprised they let you out long enough. Did you take your medication? Do you need a nurse?
You might be needing some medication and a nurse real soon, JL.
Oh, is that a threat?
Well, JL, right now, let's get back
I can work circles around you, Chuck, and you know it.
Let's get back to the action at hand. Dickie Williams with that Singapore Cane right to the backside of Gavin Alexander.
Oh, and there's a weapon for the ages, a plunger. I don't want to know what he's going to do with that. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Well, he's hitting Gavin Alexander with it. He just stuck it to his forehead, JL.
Why did you book this, Chuck? I'd really like to know. Were you having problems with your memory back then?
Yet another inflammatory statement from JL.
Take some ibuprofen.
As right now, Gavin Alexander whipped to the corner by that plunger, and Dickie Williams hits him right in the head with it, JL.
Why? I mean, I've got to say, this is the first hardcore match I've ever seen with a plunger. But it's still stupid.
Yes, it is a first in Dickie Williams.
Oh, I thought maybe you were agreeing that it was stupid. I was going to say, finally, he's coming around.
No, that we've never seen a plunger in a match as Gavin Alexander now, with that trash can lid to Dickie Williams, takes him down.
And they're doing this all in front of 3 people, Chuck. 3 whole people.
Well, this is a match the promoters wanted to book, JL.
And half of them are your family.
JL, that's another inflammatory statement yet again.
I heard you grossed $5 for this one. Is that right, Chuck? Did the crowd did you only make $5 off the crowd, and that was in hot dog sales?
JL, you're making all kinds of inflammatory statements on this show here tonight.
Why even have the wrestling match? There's only 3 people in the crowd.
Well, why don't you ask the promoters that as Gavin Alexander?
Why do you think I'm asking you?
That's defamation of character, JL, as Gavin Alexander.
You don't even know what that means.
He's about to use those...
Did your nurse give you the word of the day calendar?
Well, you missed that DDT on the steps by Gavin Alexander.
I didn't miss it. I didn't want to see it, Chuck. I am here in protest. I'm only here because I'm under contract.
Well, Dickie Williams landed right on his head on that DDT on the steps, JL.
And that's my problem. Why?
Well, JL, you miss all kinds of great action here on Chuck and Jimmy's Outlaw Mudshow.
You know, you'd think that you would be kind of clued into it. Mudshow is in the name. That right there ought to tell you something, Chuck. But you are oblivious to everything.
Well, JL, I actually do my job and call this wrestling match, unlike you, as right now.
Again, you're calling it a wrestling match, and that's a travesty.
As right now, yeah, travesties having to listen to your commentary.
My commentary is the best part of this show, Chuck. I'll have you know. You treat this like it's something great. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you.
A low blow by Gavin Alexander on Dickie Williams, and he rolls him right back into the ring.
You know, as stupid as you booked this stuff, Chuck, I'm surprised you didn't get disqualified for that low blow. Even though it's a hardcore match, because that's the kind of nonsense you would book.
Well, it is no disqualification, JL.
That's why I said that's the kind of crap you would book.
Yeah, as right now, Gavin Alexander, he's pointing up towards the sky. And a Singapore cane right to the backside of Dickie Williams.
Look like a broken broom handle, Chuck.
Well, it's hard to tell from this vantage point now.
It's hard to tell on any vantage point. Have you seen these tapes before? They're all terrible.
Gavin Alexander going to work with that trash can lid.
Look, the tracking's off.
On Dickie Williams, and now he has that Singapore cane yet again. That's came into play quite a bit in this matchup.
I don't even think he knows how to use it, Chuck. Look at him. Look at him. He's bouncing up and down.
And actually, I believe I see a cooking sheet in the middle of the ring,
Of course you do, because that's in every one of these new flippy-do things. But these guys are 2 huge guys. They're both human thumbs. Well, one's a human thumb and one's a California raisin.
Well, I don't know which one is which in your eyes is right now, Gavin.
I don't either. That's the problem. That's what we're watching. We're watching 2 guys that you got off the street. Because look at him. Gavin looks like he's dressed on the crap that... Did he borrow your clothes? Because those are stovepipe jeans, Chuck.
Oh, Dickie Williams coming back on Gavin Alexander. And a DDT on the trash can lid to Gavin Alexander.
What he's not telling you, folks, is Dickie just got off his shift at the Dairy Queen down the street, and he decided, I'm on break. I might as well go wrestle.
Well, JL, Dickie Williams is a professional wrestler. Get it right.
Says you, doesn't say me.
And Dickie Williams has that Singapore cane yet again. What does he have in mind here?
He should not quit his day job. Honestly, this is the worst crap I've ever seen.
And knee drop to the trash can lid on the face of Gavin Alexander.
He'll be pulled out of here in a stretcher.
As right now, Dickie Williams getting Gavin Alexander up in a right hand. Both men trading right hands now, JL.
All right, so he just sold that thing like it killed him, but he stood right up and started punching him. That makes a lot of sense, Chuck. You're kind of booking.
Well, Gavin Alexander on the better exchange of that, Donnybrook.
I don't even know who Donnybrook is.
A Pier 6 brawl is what I meant, JL, is right now. Gavin Alexander has that
I don't care what pier you go to get on that tuna boat that you travel around on.
Gavin Alexander has that chain. He's going to wrap it around the throat of Dickie Williams. Yes, indeed, he's pulling on that chain, JL.
Oh, okay. You know, you're saying, what the hell's going on? You say that like it's going to be exciting. That chain looks like those little beaded chains that you put cheap jewelry on. If he pulled it a little tighter, it'd probably snap and hit that guy in the front row in the eye with one of them loose beads. That's the kind of crap that you're using for props, Chuck!
I'm pretty sure Gavin Alexander will not be happy to hear any of that, JL.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. It doesn't matter what Gavin Alexander thinks. You want to know why?
Well, why is that?
Because he is going to court because he's got that terrible wrestling. He'll be in prison soon, too.
Well, that remains to be seen right now, Gavin Alexander.
Oh, he's already got a court hearing. I'm called as a character witness. And believe me, he hasn't got much character to witness, Chuck.
As right now, yeah, you have all kinds of inflammatory statements here tonight. As right now, Gavin Alexander, he looks like he wants to put Dickie Williams away, finally.
You know, how come I never see you in the hardcore match with one of these two?
Well, JL, that's a story for a choke slam on the trash can by Gavin Alexander.
And there's the quality again. What a great tape, folks. It's over with, right?
Well, wait,
Yay, it's over with.
Here's Richard Biggs III, JL.
Wait a minute. Isn't that Dickie Williams?
That's Richard Biggs III. Get it right, JL.
How is he in two places at once? That's great.
That's Gavin Alexander's
that.
tag team partner, the hot commodity.
Look. There's... Whoa, what happened to the tape, Chuck? What's going on? It just stopped.
We're experiencing technical difficulty. Dickie Williams at the frying pan to the back of Gavin Alexander's head.
Yeah, but Dickie Williams was talking to Gavin Alexander.
He knocks...
Get behind him.
Or wait, that's one of those...
bedpan, you
that's
moron.
That's a bedpan. And he's going to come off...
Oh, I'm glad this is over with. Look at this crap.
And he comes off the ramp, and he's got Gavin Alexander pinned.
You can't even see. How do you know?
He gets a 3-count. You're winner this week on the Outlaw. Wait a minute. Referee's down there.
Get out of here, Chuck.